remember in Australia we used to do demonstrations, and in the schools we used to really rebel against the teachers if we saw the map not having East Timor in it. Because we go, what's this? We exist. So we were at that stage and we never gave up hope.
When we study, we're thinking that, oh, maybe one day our country will be independent because we are occupied by another country. We are living in our country, but we're not free.
We were forced to go through different cultures, you know? First Portuguese, then Indonesian, then the international community, and now our own.
There is no doubt, obviously, that there is profound wounds in this country, not in the body, that has been sealed, but still in the soul, in the mind, because you cannot erase from people's mind the suffering, having lost parents, having lost children in the Indonesian occupation of 24 years, in the violence in 2006, for instance. But I tell people, and what are you going to do? Are you going to live the rest of your life thinking about it? Are you going to allow yourself to be hostage of the past? My vision is that we can turn this city, and that's part of my campaign now, into what I call City of Peace, and the whole island as an island of peace.
I won't try and impersonate him, but he said, Mike, about this bike race.
Oh, hey, lele. Oh, hey, Ami ising mau bere. Lamar bos mau ke. Oh helele, Ami ising mau bere, lamar bos mau ke. Oh helele, Ami ising mau bere, lamar bos mau ke.
I did hear the idea of this bike race pop up a few times by the president, but I desperately tried to avoid it. At 9:30 at night, the president gave me an SMS saying, Mick, I'm in town, should I drop in for a port?
And I asked him, can you pull it off? Can we do it?
We came to the conclusion that the 10th anniversary of the referendum was a nice juncture for the first one to take place. So from the immediate concept on that night, over a glass of port, to the execution of the first Tour de Timor was less than a 3-month period. I designed the course with consultation with the president to be incredibly tough, to be almost too tough for an athlete. Yeah. We go from the coast, sea level, to 3,000 metres within about 20 kilometres at some points of the island. And these girls are riding over the top of it. No, I wouldn't think that they could have finished it.
Welcome to Timor. President Horta, Tingjin from Singapore. Oh, hello. Senior Action Project, how are you?
Well, all the best.
Thank you very much.
I think the girls definitely have their work cut out for them. The inclines were quite steep, the terrain looked quite treacherous. It's going to be exciting to see how they do. It's going to be exciting to see how everybody does. But it's not a ride down the street, that's for sure.
Did you see me fall a moment ago? Tiny little confidence breaker. I hate riding.
You guys know I'm not very good, right?
The Chain Reaction Project, we came together, and at first it was just to compete, and then we found ourselves in a position to be able to do a lot more than that. What we're trying to do is, in our own small way as catalysts, to set off a chain reaction for positive change in the lives of others or the less fortunate. And so the Tour de Timor really is our first initiative. And what we're aiming to do is raise awareness of Timor-Leste, but also funds for the country, so that it's not just something that we go there and we compete and, we take away from the country a fantastic experience and an adventure and stories to tell, but really we go there and we give back as well and help that country grow as much as we can, in our own small capacity.
We're all going to need one another's patience, one another's forgiveness, and one another's understanding. We ask you to help us to pull one another, push one another, and be with one another, and to help us to make this something meaningful.
It's race time. Viva Timor-Leste! Viva Timor-Leste! Viva Timor-Leste!
Watermelon never tasted so good.
Thank you so much.
Bumpy road, which makes for a pretty rough ride.
Sorry, I will not join you. We hope that everybody arrive intact. No broken arm or leg or no bruises, and that everybody will be a winner in this race for peace.
Even in the worst of the crisis in 2006, when it was lawless, our police broke down. I was all over the town.
He's a man of action, and he's very pragmatic, with a foundation of compassion.
Whenever there was fighting, I would go there, try to calm down people. If I had to die, I would have died there many times over during the crisis in 2006. One reason for the calmness today is the endless dialogue. Not only me that did, the Prime Minister, the United Nations, the Church, youth themselves, so numerous initiatives in Delhi and around the country on dialogue, on reconciliation.
Once and for all, close the 1975-99 chapters of our tragic experience. Forgive those who did harm to us. The greater good, the greater justice is that we are today free. And with this gift from God, we must forgive our brothers and sisters and those in the Indonesian army who committed heinous crimes against us.
For me, the most critical issue is to heal the wounds within the army, within the police, and between them and the people. Of course, that is easier said than done. My own mother, I lost 3 brothers, 1 sister. She is not as forgiving as I am, but she is happy. Happy that the country today is at peace, happy that things are progressing, and that's what most people want.
There are a lot of people in Timor-Leste that need help. There are a lot of people in incredibly dire circumstances that need practical assistance.
My name is Rosaria Martins da Cruz. My dreams, I think in the future, I will have many people come with me, together with me, with one mission, to do something for my country.
Because of the situation for women and children, not just here in all the world, we need more women advocating for change. Rosaria is from a very strong family. She's very fortunate, I think, in this patriarchal society that the father has been exceptionally different than the average Timorese man, where he's treated the girls and the boys equally. So she had that wonderful thing happening within her initially, and then because she's been blessed with that strength, or she's developed that strength.
Hi. In Timor, we have one national hospital and 5 referral regions or hospitals. Patients that already treatment in the national hospital and in the clinic, they're referred to Hiam Health. The first day they're coming, we do our observation. We check the respiratory, the temperature, the arm, and the weight, and we are also checking the appetite.
We can rehabilitate a child, bring it up to really good healthy weight, get its muscle tone back in 3 to 4 weeks. Here the mother must stay and participate in the program. So the whole philosophy here is to teach them something that will benefit the family and change things permanently, not just for the affected child, but for other siblings, other children. And then if they're able to role model that to the community where they live, you can have that snowball.
Okay, Alexander have 1 brother and 8 sisters. They have 12 children, but the 2 it's die. Now still live, it's 10 children. We come first to make our monitorization, and we see the plant it's not do well. So that one we come back to here, working together with them to make a good garden for them. We try to teach our client family how to use their small land close with the house to plant the vegetable to help the family.
The local NGOs struggle the most for some reason. Getting the Ministry of Health to recognise what we are doing has been difficult.
You have been through trouble. Now your trouble's gone.
I'm not sure how much longer I can hold up my head for.
Well, some pieces have broken off. We've had 2 flat tires today.
We had a double puncture.
Is it your back tire?
Double puncture on this one. Well, puncture popped. It literally exploded.
Now I feel your hold. 'Cause you are strong. All of the children say this is.
Every time we rolled over that finishing line, I felt so incredibly accomplished and so proud and so tired. So I think, the emotions are so raw by the time you get over the finish line. That was really, really special. Every single day.
Blessed and beautiful.
I think my greatest fear going into the race was the fact that I would be the weakest in the group in terms of bike handling skills and being fit on a bike.
We were going down a hill. It was quite a steep hill, and it was very sandy and difficult to get enough friction and grip. And her back wheel basically spun out, and so she slid. And when she fell hard and hit her head, and she had a bruise and a slight cut on her forehead.
When I had that fall, I remember landing here or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty bashed up here.
But she got up, even while she was slurring, was saying, "Okay, let's keep riding." I think she lost a lot of her confidence yesterday when she fell. So yeah, I am worried. We'll finish together.
I did not expect it to be so hard at all. I really didn't, But I think probably the bigger challenge was also not being able to ride at my own pace, which would have helped in terms of the physical and the mental part. You get in your groove and you just go. But I guess riding together as a team, starting and ending together, finding the patience for that.
We wanted to challenge our boundaries, and I think we have really done that in every possible way, and even beyond what we expected. It wasn't just the cycling, it was getting in every day when either the food was finished or the shower facilities were no longer up or there was no space to peg your tent. Every single moment was a challenge.
When we were running out of water, my knee was hurting, we were all tired, we were running out of time. I was like, honestly at that point, I was just like, I think we're on the sag wagon today.
Here guys, the sag wagon's here.
What's the sag
I'm not calling it. The sweeper wagon.
That means if we're still here, they take us away.
Whilst the Tour de Timor is an incredible life challenge, an incredibly grueling physical challenge for anyone at any athletic ability, And I don't think anyone would dispute that. We also want everyone to feel like they can finish or that they will finish. So we have a truck or a number of trucks that follow behind the riders called the sag wagon or the sweeping vehicle that basically sweeps up anyone that gets injured, that falls over, or that can't complete a certain stage.
Yeah, we finished. I actually didn't think we would, to be honest.
That was tough.
Yeah.
I never had to dig so deep before.
But I guess I've got no concept of how tough things can be because I haven't done this sort of thing before. So yeah, it's tougher, but only because my imagination has never been stretched quite so far.
Yep.
It was a long day. These girls did unbelievable. It would have been easy to pack it in, but they never did. And they stuck together. Even when they were walking up the hill, it was great. And then they got right close to the end, and they were in danger of being swept up by the sag wagon. And they pushed it and rode it right in, and it's great. They were fantastic.
We're so much stronger than what we thought we were.
I've certainly learned over the last couple of years the amazing effect of what sport can have in the development of a nation, and just in the unifying effect it has amongst people.
Oh, the Tour de Timor, and I hadn't taken any notice of the Tour de Timor. I'd heard all this chatter about no accommodation. So the little wheels, I've got accommodation.
We didn't implement our program yet. The house seemed empty. So we make connecting with Megan and Mike Stone, and we giving our house to the Chain Reaction Project to stay in there.
Just this morning when Rosaria was talking, I think for me that was the most significant moment of the whole trip because it put everything into perspective and you could see how passionate she was and the people at the center, how ready they are to move forward from their past.
On behalf of Hiam Health, on behalf of Timoren's people, we want our country be like your country. We want our people be like you, happy with your face, healthy in your body. Go back, make reflection for yourself. You can come again.
The sign that the Timorese get, they can read it in their eyes, that they're not just here for 5 minutes. They're committed to a long-term relationship of support, of friendship, of solidarity with these people, and that everything's going to be okay.
She was the catalyst for the most amazing change for us by introducing the president to us. Rosario and I always knew if he came and saw, we could win him over, and we have.
I feel very, very important if our head of our country, one of the top one, is come to visit my Hiam house.
And now he advocates for us, speaks for us, and he's made a sizable donation.
And our president, because now I'm happy, I have government to support me now.
Rosario's long-term ambition and my long-term push is to get her in the parliament here actually speaking about what's really happening out at the grassroots level here. What is it that the women in those communities and villages want?
The love and friendship and hospitality of a people that have been so tragically affected by terror and tyranny, oppression and trauma, not just through violence but through many other means, the lack of access to healthcare and whatever. That really is a sign for all of us that, wow, like if these guys can do it, we certainly can. And for me, that's where I draw my sense of my energy to try and do whatever I can, for the next project, for the next Tour de Timor. Yeah. It's the Chain Reaction Project that are filling small gaps that actually open up to provide an amazing and profound effect to a much, much larger group of people.
Kamera nula.
more leste